It's a new year. It's a new year.
La, 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 la.
Hi, Marchie.
Hello, my dear. How are you? Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. And what a new year it's already turning out to be.
Yes.
No
yes.
uneventful, nothing's going on.
Nothing. Just so calm and
nothing in America. Nothing here.
Nothing.
No tier 4s, no tier 5s. No. When midnight on the 31st of December, midnight, 11:59 on the 31st of December, when that turned into 0000 on the 1st of January, everything changed.
Yes, new year, new world, completely.
And that's what we're here to talk about, isn't it?
Yes, we are indeed. Oh, look, we have Jean. Happy New Year, Jean. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Jean.
I've missed everyone, haven't you?
I know, me too. It's felt quite weird, like getting to Thursday and being like, who am I going to give a big slice of waffle to this week?
And that's us. Lucky us.
Hello, Jules.
Hello, Jules. Happy New Year. How nice to be back.
Oh, the J duo coming in there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And James.
JJJ.
And Johnny.
Yay.
Giving birth to J quads. He's a V.
Yeah. Hello, Vincento. And hello, John, and hello, Jamesy Plop. How brilliant. So, hold on, I'm trying to position this so I'm centered.
I think really what tends to happen at these sort of turns of the years or birthdays, or my dad always sits me down and goes, so what will be your favorite thing from the last? How do we reflect on that? And what are you thinking? How are you thinking of projecting yourself for the year to come? He's not a company director.
No, not at all.
But I think it's always good to reflect positively and negatively, perhaps. And then
not negatively, but like in a sense of what could you have done more productively?
Yes, because let's face it, what's going on around us is completely out of our control.
About it.
So we can focus on what we can do projecting forward.
Yes. We have Pat with us. Hello, Pat and Derek. Derek got the Christmas show CD in the mail last weekend. I'm hoping that you shall be listening to all year round, Derek.
God, what a Groundhog Day that would be.
What's the
Santa? Leon, hello, lovely Leon. Jules, the sparkle is back in my life now. You are back. Oh, Jules, I know it's been quite lonesome. Kevin, happy New Year. Yes, it is true. I don't know what we do. What did you do over Christmas?
I had nothing to do.
You were sat in front of the laptop, weren't you, going, should I press broadcast? I've got things to say.
I was, you know it.
Actually, we didn't have a sort of Papini Sisters family Zoom, did we?
We didn't. No, we should have.
Oh, well. I mean, and Emma, I presume, is just off being a whirlwind.
Yeah, Emma, God knows where she is, who she is, what is going on. Who knows?
I miss you all. Kevin, Happy New Year, ladies and pups. Adrianella, Happy New Year, kisses from Mexico. Margie, you take over.
Jules is saying that thank goodness she has Jean. We put the world to rights between us. That's fantastic. It is so nice that you're around the corner from each other. And I don't know if you can see each other now. Probably not, actually. But
1-to-1, I think you can go for a walk, can't you?
Yes, you are correct. Yes, you're right. East Tennessee, we love you guys, says Rodney. We love you back.
I don't know why warrants metal devil horns, but there we go. Who did some job of crossing off the erroneous song listing from all the CDs? Oh.
Yeah, we, the lovely Katya had to do that. So yes, of course, because we knew that we were going to do the show on the 12th of December, and we wanted to send off the CDs not too late. We printed the what do you call it? The booklets.
Yeah, yes.
In advance, but of course, we did make a bit of a change to the set list, didn't we? And
I don't know if you noticed, but it was live.
Yeah, the joys of live streaming. Yeah.
So we're glad that you can all be flexible with your track listing there.
Yes, and it all adds to the live experience.
Yeah.
That's what, on television they always say that, don't they?
Yes.
And that's live television for you, and they make it sound so exciting.
They're all absolutely fueled on terror. They're like, oh my God, it's so exciting.
Derek would like to listen to the CD all year. Still feels like needs Christmas again already. Yes, tell us about it. Yeah, it wasn't long enough, was it? We should have 2 or 3 Christmases on lockdown years.
I think so, because I think for everybody Christmas is something different, isn't it? For some people it might actually be getting some time on their own for a bloody change.
Yeah.
Most people, it's going to be who you're spending that time with, and I imagine that we were all largely deprived.
We were, yeah, because when did lockdown? Well, Tier 5. When did that start?
Tier 5 was a bit later, but Tier 4 happened before.
Yes, yeah.
Tier 5 is the NHS can't cope.
Yeah.
As if Tier 4 wasn't bad enough.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. But yes, so yes, I think we're all going to be having a replacement Christmas in the summer, don't you?
Yes.
Which reminds me, Marchie, of when we recorded our Christmas album. Do you remember it was actually unseasonable is not the right word, but it was a massive heat wave.
It was.
The studios. And I think all that they'd managed to rustle up to put on the wall was a reindeer codpiece, which models as to why that was there in the studio to begin with.
Why wouldn't it be?
Quite. I think it was Fred, our producer, Freddie Pooh.
Yes, I think so too. And that's when we acquired Jack Hoffman. Because Henrik had moved into a new flat, and somebody had left a I want to say stuffed, but it's taxidermied squirrel, grey squirrel.
And if you just angle your computer slightly to your right, there he is in that box there. To your right. Yeah. He's in there. He's got a nice little sort of tree bit. He's got a nice tree.
Got a beautiful home, and he's been living proudly in my living room ever since 2010. So
did he come with mange, or did he acquire mange?
No, he came fully housed and
because he's got a little bit of Eton fur.
Oh, yeah, no, that happened in Bethel Green.
Oh no!
I know, yeah, but he's still proud. He's happy. Still, yeah,
he's loved
and still squirreling away.
He is loved, and a loved squirrel is a better squirrel.
Yes, I always say that, because I didn't get on with all of the squirrels, I have to say.
No.
One of the squirrels in the park, in Victoria Park Square, it attacked me. I snoozed off. It was a hot summer day, and I snoozed off, and I woke to the very strange sensation of being bitten on my toe. And it was a squirrel that had got a little bit peckish and had mistaken my toe for for a nut
For an acorn.
and just went for it.
But I suppose if you've been in the sun a long time, your toes would have got suntan, so they might have been like an acorn. Mm.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was attacked by a squirrel. And it's ever since then that I've developed the theory that they are actually taking over.
They're organised.
They're doing it. Yeah, they're getting organised for sure. But they're being cute.
Mm. Oh yes, they're basically just rats with good PR because they got the tail.
Yeah, and it's not going to be long before they take over. I used to think it was going to be the zombie invasion.
No.
I don't think so anymore. I saw one survey the world from the roof of my apartment block.
How would you describe his look while he was surveying?
Scheming and regal.
Oh, crikey. So they're after the monarchy. They're after
a Machiavellian sort of pride.
Squirriavellian.
Squirriavellian, yes.
Yeah. And do you know what else I reckon is happening, Marcy? Because it's quite a well-known fact in lockdown that all Britain's birds, and I imagine this is around the world, Britain's bird population has bloomed because everybody's at home feeding them. So we have 2 little bird feeders in the garden, and I just put loads of sunflower seeds, and it's wonderful. It's like this sort of explosion of birds. It's fantastic, but
it's going to be wonderful until
the squirrels get hold of all that food.
Until they move into your home.
Well, yes. Because the squirrels get all the ones that are on the floor. So there are all these fat squirrels like, oh, this is great. It's a party. Anyway, enough about squirrels. Let's get back to these guys. Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Pinky String.
Is it too early to put up the lights for Christmas 2021? I don't think so.
No, Marchie's got Christmas lights up all year, haven't you?
Yeah. And I never ever take them down. And so do you? Yes. Why would you take them down? I took down the tree because.
Oh, you had a tree. Good.
Oh yeah. We had a tree. We did the whole thing.
Good.
It's just it was just the 2 of us.
So what did you eat on Christmas Day?
Well, on Christmas Day, not very much. I think I might have eaten a banana because my stomach wasn't at its best. I actually re-explored the joys of pasta.
Ooh.
I know. I did a whole lot of pasta, and now I'm back to a more fish and salad kind of diet. But I'm getting ready for 2021 is going to be my baking year.
Yeah.
Thanks in part to you and my Christmas present. So Kate gave me a
was your birthday present?
For my birthday present.
Your Christmas present was pork related, don't forget.
That is true.
Anyway, sorry, I digress. It's all about me. Carry on. I did it all.
So my birthday present was a baking course and a fantastic book from the River Cafe on
Hummingbird Bakery.
Hummingbird Bakery, which is the best.
Very posh West London cupcakery.
Oh, so good. That was one of my reads during Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh my god, the green tea cupcakes. My stomach wasn't happy during Christmas, so I stayed away from the baking. But I'm ready now. Am I gonna bake?
And are you going to eat these, or is Ducini just gonna have to go running a bit?
No, more? I don't. I don't eat cakes. So Ducini is gonna take the brunt of my baking, and my upstairs neighbours as well, and probably next door. Like the whole building.
You know who else likes cupcakes, don't you? Oh, as a group, children. And I know how much you like bonding with the children in the neighbourhood.
I know. I've already promised cupcakes to some of the children in the building, and they all love me.
I bet.
They all think I'm one of them because they can look me in the eye.
Yeah, but what child shakes another child's hand? That's what I want to know. Hello, young man. How are you? I'm Marcella Papini. What are your prospects?
I'm 6 months.
Yes, but you look like you should be talking. Come on now. So my very exciting Christmas present from my husband was not just any old, a super duper ice cream maker.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. So
What do you do ice cream?
yeah, particularly with the little one, because it's quite
Yeah, you have the
to
little.
have in the freezer, and obviously no drinking these days. My sweet tooth is rampant. So I have to
Oh,
be very careful, but that I do eat needs to be truly delicious. So usually with ice cream makers, unless you get a super duper one, which is what I have, you have to like freeze the bucket in advance. You have to make the custard. You have to cool all the ingredients, and it takes ages. But this, you just go zoom with absolutely everything. It heats it up. So if you've got, like, I did a brown butter ice cream, which was just amazing.
stop
So
that.
it heated it all up. Well, obviously, I had to make the brown butter, but you get the gist. And then you just watch the temperature dial go from 25 down to minus 30, and it just becomes ice cream in half an hour. That's
That
brilliant.
is insane. So you don't need the fridge. You don't. That is insane.
So my main reason for getting it was sort of sorbets in the summer because I love, but it's not summer, so let's just go full fat ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, that does sound amazing, actually.
I know, and I keep thinking I'd say to people, I'll bring you some next time I come and see you. But considering I live about 4 hours away from anybody, it's going to be a bit of a sloppy experience.
You could bring the implement.
Fine, I'll do it. It only takes half an hour, so we can have a cup of tea. And
That's it. That's it. Next time you come to London, that's what we do. You'll bring your implement, and I'll do the baking.
It's quite heavy, but yes, let's do that. Ice cream and cake party sounds brilliant.
And then we will have to invite a lot of children. And
I don't see any other way. Oh God! Carry on, Margie. You go.
Jan, no, where was it? Oh,
Delacroix, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm so confused. I've lost the spot.
Jan Delacroix, kisses from Paris.
Ah, kissy bisous.
Macaroons.
And Jean says she and Jules are each other's bubble, which is fantastic. I didn't know you could have a bubble now. I am very confused as to what the rules are.
Sports bubbles you can with children and people who need a bit of extra help. So,
aha, that's fantastic. Martin says hello from very chilly Worthing.
I bet. I have a friend who's just moved to Worthing and she's been going swimming every day. Can you bloody imagine? I go for a run in the morning and my lungs are like seized. I just can't.
I can't even. No. That will never be one of my New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Never.
Brenda. Hello, lovely Brenda.
Hello, Brenda, darling.
Jane, of course.
So yeah, Jules and Jean. Oh, they're a far way away from each other, but in each other's bubble. So it's nice to get out and see her dear friend, which is that's brilliant to be able to do that. Patrick says greetings. Love to see you. You take care, my dear.
It's a nice traditional hello, isn't it? Greetings.
I like that very, very much.
We met with such courteous formality at all times. Did you ladies have a nice New Year's Eve? Spend mine at home? You won't believe. New Year's Eve, it was very difficult to stay up to 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I got to 9:30 and I was like, are you joking? Do this. And even little Noah, because it was the three of us, was like, we put Jules Holland up and tried so hard to get in the spirit. We were all sort of.
It's a bit hard to do that sort of celebration at home without friends and we didn't really. I mean, we stayed up, but we didn't. We watched dreadful television. I think actually not dreadful. We watched, I think, the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
Sabrina the Witch.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah. We watched that, and it was actually quite somber. So yeah, it was a very sad day. I mean, mind you, last year we went to the Buddhist center for a night of meditation.
Amazing.
So it wasn't. It's been a while since we've had a party. Actually, the year before, I think 2018 to 2019, I was DJing at Pop Stars. So a bit more, yeah.
Was this one of your kinky parties, Marchie?
No, that's one of the Pop Stars is brilliant. It's
Pop Stars, yeah.
Nice. It's kind of gay night with old school indie. So good.
It's available to DJ at all parties, by the way. Spend mine at home, Sister Eric, but enjoyed virtual live shows from Pink Martini and Kylie Minogue, both very enjoyable.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, I would imagine both of those would be the right choice for New Year's Eve.
Lou says he just likes getting toys. I presume that's a Christmas.
That's cool. Yeah, what sort of toys, Lou? Are we talking Lego? What exactly are we talking?
Hey, Marchie, there's a new generation of Lego called Ninjago, which is all like little ninjas, and they've got. I kept saying, so now I was like, so what vehicle is that? Vehicular experience is your Ninjago character. Yes, so there's a new generation. Apparently, they're very cool.
Ninjago, huh?
It comes with instructions, so there's limited. It's like you build a kit.
Right, so you don't have that much freedom.
Well, I suppose you could make anything you wanted out of the pieces that were included. They could look, frankly, bizarre. But I think the idea is you stick to the plan and then go look at this vehicle.
That doesn't. I hope I don't get that as a present. I think I'd be upset.
No. Hi, ladies. Lovely to see you. Nice to see you too, Tim. Chris Easter is perhaps our next.
That's it. Chris Easter is exactly what I'm planning. I mean, obviously, you can't plan anything at the moment. Also, I checked. I don't know if you've done it yet, but you can check when you're likely to get the vaccine.
Okay.
All of your details. And mine is likely to come between December and February 2022. So my plans might be a bit premature.
Being in London?
Yep. So if all things go into plan, well, to a better plan, I am going to Italy for Christmas to celebrate.
I do think, though, once they get the over 65 vaccinations done, then the sort of hospitalizations and everything become probably vastly reduced, and then it becomes a different prospect. So even if it takes that long to be vaccinated, it's probably going to be quite a different world.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
I hope you can go to Italy and send some food parcels back, please.
If I go to Italy, I promise large parcels of a variety of the goods that you know and love.
Thank you very much. Tanya, hello, lovely ladies. I'm a huge fan. Bolly, darling.
Bolly, darling. Are we talking New Year's Eve?
Like Bollinger?
Yeah, Bolly, darling. Bolly.
Sure, Bolly, Tanya. Like it. Carry on, Marchie.
I'm so happy to be seeing you again, says John. It feels like it's been ages, as I posted last night. I'm ready for the first year of 2021 to be over. Yes. Well, let's go through it, John. And I mean, I don't know about UK, but when Tier 5 was announced, I have to admit, I had a little bit of a moment of like probably most of us did, of thinking, where is the light at the end of the tunnel? And then I thought, okay, no, again, opportunity. It's when you can't go anywhere, inwards, and you plant seeds for what's to come. So I started making my goal lists. I have already found the flat that I want to buy.
Amazing.
I can't afford it.
It's a mere technicality at this point.
Technicality, of course. So, and of course, we can't be musicians at the moment, not really. We couldn't even do another concert right now. So I am going to start a new business in 2021, just setting new goals and learning new things.
Good for you.
What about you, Kate?
Well, I sort of feel like my new trajectory has been going on for most of lockdown. So I'm sort of happy with where that was going, lockdown. And because I developed it in just before lockdown, really, after my voice op, like I feel like I'm sort of, I've got some good focuses and targets. I'm really keen to branch out with my teaching, with Zoom and things, and I'm getting new students already this year, which is really, really cool. And that's all just word of mouth, so I haven't had to put any effort in yet. So I'm going to do a big drive for the Mullings method. But also, I think this is a year where the Papini sisters and individually you and I do way more cooking and do more on our cooking. I think
already. I mean, all this baking that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
It's gonna then translate into. I want to then show it.
I think it's a no-brainer. We're already doing it. We just want to sort of expand it. And I just think we live in a very exciting place gastronomically but it's at the sort of beginning of the food process with producers, and there's lots of opportunities happening with my husband and what he's doing with food. And I really think we can sort of roll it all together. So
Kate's Kitchen is going to be well and truly.
I think so. I think so. And I think the Papini food channel's got to happen this year. We've got YouTube going, and
I've been thinking that as well.
I think it's time. We've done the groundwork, so we all have to look slightly sideways. And as you say, when there's not much of what used to be that remains, you've got to sort of look in.
Yeah.
You got to go.
One more goal that I have for this year: headstands. I kind of had it before, but this year I'm really, really going to go for it.
Is this with Cassandra?
Cassandra, but also there's some even more hardcore teachers.
She is pretty hardcore. I told you in a text. I did an hour's flow and I could not move. My hands were like, zoom.
She's a mother. She comes across. What was that?
My cat trod on the demo button of my keyboard. Ladies and gentlemen, if Bismarck was a little bit more, can't see. Can you see?
Where is she?
She likes to climb on the laptop. I mean the keyboard and press all the buttons. And
so Cassandra, just to explain, she is a YouTuber who does a YouTube yoga instructor. And if any of you have never done yoga online, some instructors are a bit rubbish, but Adrian and Cassandra, they are full on serious. And you can, I did yoga for an entire year, every night, just using YouTube. And my progress was massive.
Yeah, and I think they are, the danger with doing yoga when you're not in the same room as the instructor is that you can do it wrong. But I think the verbal instructions are extremely good.
Thorough,
and they're very thorough. So they make adjustments for people if you've got tight whatever, or you're not as experienced. And sometimes with Adrian doing something, and I'm thinking, this is a very specific sensation that I'm getting for whatever reason. And she'll say, and some of you may be feeling, I'm like, how did you know?
Yeah, she's always mentioning some shake that you might be getting in some, in your right hip or like somewhere unexpected.
Have you ever tried doing your yoga in the morning?
I did for a bit, but that requires getting up earlier, and it's something that I need to be working on this year.
Yeah, I just find it's a great way to start the day, because I realised that in the colder months, because it's very cold where we are, and it's very frosty, so I couldn't do as much running because I would have slid to my death into a cow or something. So I've had to sort of be more in the house for whatever reason. And it's just made me realize how much exercise and yoga is the linchpin of my routine. If I don't do that, then there's other things in the day that don't necessarily happen as much.
Yeah, I was doing yoga in the morning for a few months. The only thing that got me to revert back to the evening is because in the morning I'm so much weaker, and my balance is all over the place. So I was trying to do Warrior 3 and I just kept falling over. I got really frustrated.
Yeah, and I think certain people, they wake up differently, don't they? Like Lee will take a good half an hour for things.
Oh God, yeah.
He doesn't know what happens in the hour between getting up and going to a cuddle. And I'm like, and I go downstairs and there's sort of debris, and I'm like, baby, what happened? He's like, I don't really know. Just a bit of a fog. And I think my brother's wife is quite similar, like needs to set out her cup of tea and the bag the night before. And she's an eminently capable human being. It's just the mornings just don't really work.
Yeah, I need a good hour generally.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, hiya, come on, let's go. Bugger off, so annoying. My least favourite line, I'm like, darling, it's time to go. He turns around and he goes, who says? It's time to play. So annoying.
Oh, it's always the case, isn't it? It's the same with me and Giuccini, but the other way around. Like, he's always super enthusiastic to get up, and I'm really not having it. Sometimes I just ignore him, just pretend that I didn't hear him.
No. Who have we got here? Exploding Pretty. Hello from the United States. At least I think we're still here. Hard to tell these things. Yeah, crikey, Mikey. The news coming out tons. Anyway, Jules Barber. Geraldine is going to have me stuffed and sat in the living room because she's not someone to annoy. Amazing. We all know that feeling.
I hope she does do that.
What Birthmas baking course is it? James Miller says. I'm partial to spot of kitchen antics. Can't remember which company I run with for you.
I don't know the name of the company, but it's a very exclusive baking course for desserts. But like, I think decorating as well. So I'm super excited about that.
I have to remember you emailed me to tell me that you are really getting into cake decorating. I didn't know whether you were taking the Michael, because it just didn't seem like
it's not really.
And you actually wrote, no, I really am being serious.
I don't know what happened, but
you don't eat carbs, you don't eat sugar. So I'm thinking, what is it?
It's just so brilliant to watch the way that it's done, and to work with those syringes. When I was doing the cupcakes, I can't stand cupcakes, but I was making them for the Christmas show. I had the best time. I mean, they looked horrendous.
No,
they did.
I'm sure there's close-up shots from the Christmas.
There are.
You can all be the judge of that. I disagree. So Wayne in W1, greetings from the Chaos Ladies. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Wayne.
Hello, Wayne, and many wishes for a prompt return to normal.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a little time, but it feels like everyone's sort of gone, Happy New Year. Okay, it's the same as it was. We'll wait 6 months and then we'll say it again.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Marcella, what is your lipstick shade?
Well, my lipstick shade is the same that a certain lady called AOC uses.
Now that's so good that we got this in. Yeah.
And therefore I call it Socialist Red. And I can't get enough of it.
Very good. It's very good. And mine is something I wore at my wedding. It's a MAC lip stain. I can't remember the shade. So could find out for you if you're very interested.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual make or shade of mine. I think mine might be Stila or something.
I think it's Stila, yours, you said.
Yeah.
Or David. Actually, I think it was David that told me.
Yes, it was David.
You're like socialist red.
He was the one that found out from a Danish friend of his what AOC wears. Because I have to say, AOC has very good lipstick.
Good style, good taste, good lippy. So, Michelle, I hope that answers your question. Brenda Jane is an awesome baker. You are lucky lady. Yeah.
Very talented lady. Yeah, actually, we might have to swap tips, Jane and I.
You're quite good with your food. Obviously, you've got excellent taste in music as well.
Obviously.
Carry on, Marchie Plops.
So Jennifer says, a goal list is good. I have been getting rid of clutter in my house and my mind. That is fantastic, especially the mind. Actually, one thing that I did today, and I hope that it's something that can stay with me going forward, is that I took my social media apps from my phone, put them in a little container, and moved them to a side of my phone that I don't go to.
And how long is it going to be until your finger doesn't go there? That's just the scariest thing.
I know, because I spent all of today just going, Facebook,
and go, what? And then Lee deleted all of his stuff, and he kept shouting at me, going, stop! So conditioned. I think we might have missed a few, Marchie. Go back up a little bit.
Oh, no, you're right.
Brenda Viney, Happy New Year, Brenda and Jane from Jean.
Oh, we missed loads.
Brenda, Happy New Year, Jean. So they're having a little lovely convo. Wayne says, shut the front door. And then I've seen there's another one below that says, fresh ice cream in 30 minutes. Yes, Wayne.
That's, yeah, that is insane, actually.
Oh, yes, it's a buffalo fancy pants. That's good. Jules, Happy New Year from me as well, Brenda and Jane. And then Marchie, have you got Off-Grid Cabin Belgium there?
Off-Grid Cabin Belgium says, Happy New Year. We spent our New Year in a dark forest with your classics coming from the little speakers. Thank you for the wonderful music. That sounds amazing.
It sounds brilliantly creepy as well.
Yeah, amazing choice of music for a dark forest. Yeah.
Beanies. Jingle bells.
What a fantastic way to start a new year. And Michael says, having learned the basics of baking and understanding how ingredients work, I love experimenting. Have fun. Really, I am so excited. So excited. Those poor children in this building are going to get some serious sugar rushes.
Margie, you're going to need to give me 2 seconds. I'm going to come back. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. So in that case, let's see what Kujawa or Yawo, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, says, lots of love from Warsaw, ladies. You're magnificent. Can't get enough of your voices. I'm swinging to your music almost every day recently. I'd love to see you performing live. Thank you so much, Ku. And God, I mean, it would be amazing if we could perform live in actual public in 2021. I am crossing everything, touching wood, everything. Because actually we were due to come to Poland, to Warsaw in particular. This year we were supposed to, but I'm not sure yet if we can. Exploding Prinny says, the Chilling Adventure comic went on hiatus to make the show. Never finished. Would like to see them finish it. Yeah, that's a shame, actually. I hate that when that happens with show. The one on Netflix did finish. It was a bit of a gloomy ending without being too without giving too much away. But yeah, I hate it when shows get cancelled and they don't finish. For instance, I really got into Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know here if anybody is into it. Loved it. And I thought Drew Barrymore was at her funniest. And then they cancelled it.
What was that? What was it called?
Rita Diet.
So good.
So hilarious.
And I just love her. I've got a massive girl crush.
And Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah. But it was we were on that as well. They used one of our tracks.
They did.
Excellent.
Which was really appropriate. It was Good Morning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it was appropriately creepy for the it was I think the first or second episode when they were setting up the story.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. Yeah, that is one of the things I'm proudest of.
Yeah, me too. Was it 1 season or 2?
3, I think.
3. Then they cancelled.
And then they cancelled, and yeah, the story never finished.
Where did you get to?
So Jules says Joe Richard Love Scott is the Lego expert. He works for them, but not as a toy tester. Wow, that's amazing. Working for Lego. Wow. Yeah, we need to hear more from Joe Richard.
Please, yeah.
Right, Kate, you carry on.
Brenda, Happy New Year to you and Geraldine too. It's just all a little love fest. I like that. You've already read Jennifer's. The goal list is good. We're getting rid of the clutter. We. Jules, there is light at the end of the tunnel. The only problem is that it's a train. Jules, that's brilliant. I might have to do Derek, I'm curious. Had London been in Tier 4 on December the 12th, would you still have been able to do the live show? No, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. But what our government did was promise us Christmas and then take it away.
Yeah.
Right up until the 11th hour, and then no.
Actually, no. Didn't
Sorry,
mean
you spent all we needed to keep the economy going, and now we're just going to rip the heart out of Christmas and go stay in your homes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. It's just necessary means, I suppose. Jennifer Johnson, cook some gruel. Now, why would you inflict that on us?
Yes. Yeah, we're not quite gruely, are we?
Well, no, but I don't know what that's in relation to.
Yeah.
Maybe that was because we were talking about our cookery channel this year. Maybe it's sort of like a food representation of this year. Is it a bowl of prison gruel? I don't know. Enlighten us on that comment. Jules, when the newsletter returns, we need new cake recipes.
That is a good idea. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there'll be new recipes, not just cakes, but other fabulous things as well.
Absolutely. I think we should be developing a recipe of the month type.
Yes.
Maybe a banquet of the month or something.
That's a really nice idea. We shall check.
Yeah. James, you ladies are so beautiful. Thank you very much. We will put your check in the post. Mick Taylor, Happy New Year, ladies. Stay safe.
Happy New Year.
Mick, thank you. Archie,
Lila Spivoli. She says, haha, what about using Icebröder for shoes and when walking in slippery places these days?
Is it some kind of bread?
I've never heard of this Roger.
I mean, it sounds like it would be some sort of bread, but I don't know. I could have just made that up. I don't actually know.
So you should wear bread shoes for your run. I think that would go very well indeed.
Happy New Year! I think any bread I make will probably be better off as a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Holly says, did you guys go to Trinity Laban? I'm studying classical singing there. You are a massive inspiration.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, that is really lovely. And yes, we did.
We did. And it was affiliated with Laban whilst we were there, I think.
Was it?
It was quite new.
I think it was after I left that it changed. But
those poor dancers, basically, I think they were wondering what the heck members of the jazz department could bring to Laban, so they would just send us over to dance classes and we'd improvise.
Oh, so you did work with dancers?
I think only 1 or 2 times, but Yeah, we just improvised, and these poor buggers were just sort of like, la, la, la.
Oh my God, yeah, because that was my entire first year was like that, because it was the first year of the course of the jazz course. So they used to pair us with the most random other students of other courses. Mostly with the early music people, you know, those weird flutes and things and panpipes. And they were so bemused all the time, as were we, because what? I mean, what? Yeah.
Yes, right? This is improvisation, man. Yeah.
Awesome.
Derek, one of my recent favourite shows was Glow on Netflix. Haven't seen that. Was looking forward to its fourth season, but it got cancelled.
Okay, so won't be watching it. I hate when they do that.
Brenda Jules, Barbara, I would love to work for them as a Lego builder. It's my new lockdown hobby. It's costing me a small fortune.
That's brilliant.
If you buy genuine Lego, it is quite pricey.
Yeah, it's true.
We Marty, have you heard of a game called the Game of Life? You make a car, and you have to go around. You choose whether you go to college first, or you can skip college. College takes you longer and costs you money, but you get a better job at the end of it. Whereas college, you start earning earlier, but you have less. You have a glass ceiling on your.
Yeah. Okay.
To teach in a very capitalist way decisions about life. You go through life. You get married, and people have to pay you money. You have children, and all this sort of stuff. And but we bought this for Noah, trying to teach him a bit of order and
a bit of good old capitalism.
Yeah, but I think it's a cheap Chinese knockoff, and it's just so hilarious because it's just got lots of sort of written things, and it just teaches you some interesting life lessons. We're going with it. It's really good fun.
Genius.
So buy the original, people, because otherwise, who knows what you'll be teaching anyone. So funny. Manny Valentine, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Manny. Hello again, Brian. Just text to say hello.
Hello, Brian.
Maybe we missed you. I apologize if we did. Kida Stefano, Happy New Year. Kida, your hair. Is that your hair that I can see in the picture? Looks magnificent.
Oh, yeah, that looks fabulous.
Magenta and purple and pink, and you look well cool. Linda, hi girls, I sure missed you. Hello, gorgeous Linda. I got here late. Sure, it's
better late than never, Linda. We always love having you here, and it's an awkward time for you, Linda, over there, isn't it?
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yes, time of the day. Yeah. Jules Barber, my whole life is improvisation. Well, you should be a jazz musician.
Yes, you should.
Just winging it. That's what we're doing. We're just winging it.
Yep, all the time.
Yep. Not that we've learned anything. We don't know anything. It's not that you have to learn a lot. No.
It's you've got to be free, man.
Yeah.
They've always told me. In my, I don't know about, because you probably had better teachers than me, but
later on in the course, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, all I was told the first 2 years was, yeah, you got to be free, man. Yeah, but sort of like a couple of pointers, you know, a couple of suggestions of what I could be doing.
Amazing.
Nothing.
No. And particularly when you're a singer, just plucking nothing out of nothing.
Yeah.
Like some keys that you can press. You're just going.
Yeah, and the results are horrendous.
Quite, thank God they got some.
And they please no one.
Go on, Derek.
Derek says, Kate, one of my favorite spaces in the Game of Life was you have inherited a skunk farm.
You've got these really weird activities which cost you sometimes. So it's like, you have started a very successful donkey sanctuary. Pay £40,000. You're like, what? No! I like skunk farm. That's amazing. I think that must mean you get money. Yes. But I think this cheaper version, the denominations are really weird. It's all in like 10,000, 100,000, 500,000, millions, which actually, when you're trying to add up at the end, it's just quite complicated.
It's inconvenient, yeah.
No, it's not good. It's not good. Holly
says, did you study just singing or the classical course. I would like to do other styles of singing after my course. We did jazz, Polly.
We did, but when we were at Trinity, you could do a second study option. So we could go off and do classical singing for an hour every 2 weeks, I think it was. So you might, it depends what course you're on, if you're doing the undergrad or if you're doing one of the postgrads or the paid courses, maybe not, I don't know. But on the undergrad, you could do second study.
Did you do it, Kate?
Yeah, I did. I did jazz piano.
Yeah, that's
With Andrea.
With Andrea, yeah.
And we talked about life.
Yeah, a lot.
Joshua, Happy New Year, Marcella.
Hello, Joshua. Happy New Year.
Hi, Joshua. Happy New Year to you. Linda, very sad here. Such craziness. We know that this is not the platform for us to express our.
No, but
feelings.
we're really thinking of you. And I mean, the whole world is feeling exactly what you're feeling. So,
yes. Yeah. Woke up this morning, checked my phone. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Jules Barber, my winging it was so out there. It was met with some weird expressions.
Well, yes, sometimes, with winging it, sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes it can go in a direction that perhaps you weren't expecting and nobody else was expecting.
Yes, the audience primarily.
I was once invited, like in Bologna. I know a lot of musicians, and they're all guesting on each other's gigs. You go to a gig, if you're a musician and they know you, you can expect to be on stage. So New Year's Eve, it was 2 a.m. and I ended up at some place where somebody that I knew was doing a gig, and they had the very stupid idea to invite me on stage to sing. And I had the really stupid idea to say, okay, what can I do? I'll do a blues. I know, the dry cleaner from Des Moines.
Holy.
Which, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's Joni Mitchell's lyrics to a Charles Mingus solo, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's insane. It's one of those songs that you really need to be there to be able to sing it. And I did a couple of bars, I remembered how it went, and then I went, okay, you know what? I'm completely drunk and I've no idea how this song went, so I'll improvise. Okay, I don't remember how to improvise because I'm really drunk. So I went, and I could see the musicians' faces and the audience faces as I was doing it.
Oh God. Oh God.
The place was rammed, and it was one of the most excruciating experiences.
Yeah, because in those situations, you have to do a combination of styling it out, like just keep going long enough that you makes it look like it was intentional, but then you've also got to dismount gracefully, and two things in conjunction are extreme.
And for that, you need to be you cannot be drunk.
So bad. Yeah, damn right you do.
So New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at 2 a.m, do not guest on another musician's gig. No matter how many times they ask and how polite it is to say yes when invited.
It's also polite to say no. Yeah. This is why I like working with Will, who I did the album, because he knows me well enough that he's rescued me. There's times where I'll start the song because I know the first 6 lines, and then it gets to the bridge, and I just look at him and I go,
"That's a classic."
Just go, and I come back in, and I'm like, phew. We spend most of our time when you're learning how to do this sort of stagecraft, jazz repertoire. You spend so much time just doing background gigs in a restaurant or in a bar where you can sort of just with a little bit of like styling out, you sort of get away with this the stage and people are watching and you're like, oh Christ, I can't do that, can I?
Yeah, that is brilliant. And some songs you really do think that you know them because well, because they're so well known.
The amount of times I've started Beyond the Sea, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
somewhere beyond the sea. Yeah, get it? Somewhere
doing well.
beyond the shit. Da-da.
And that's bar what? 5.
Bar 8, maybe 9. Then it's over. It's just, dismount.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Hello, Sammy, darling. How are you?
Sammy, Happy New Year, darling. So lovely to see you. Jules knows dry cleaner, and yes, it is brilliant indeed, Jules. Jules was waiting for one of those hooks around my neck to get me off the stage, all men with white coats and a straight jacket. I know, you get to that point where there's no way of getting off stage gracefully after what you've done. You've done something.
It makes me think that there's probably a good argument for the fact if you've gone on stage slightly inebriated and what's then proceeded to happen is quite, inebriated, random, just fall off the stage.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, I was drunk, and it's all right.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion, and I hope that you add it to your singing course. That Kate method includes that suggestion, because that is very important.
I think so. Or if you were actually sober, you could still sort of dive off the stage and just say that you'd had some sort of psychotic episode. I'm getting the help I need, but thanks for watching the gig last night. It's clear, Right, find it out. Linda is saying, Kate, who is the guy in the picture behind me? Well, who do you think it is?
Merry Christmas, Mr.
It is. It's our little platinum disc that we got for doing the Christmas album, which was rather nice.
Yes. Speaking of Christmas albums, nobody else will care but the two of us, but our Spotify listenership went mental this Christmas.
So we'll receive a couple of P probably from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat on the back and a couple of packets of crisps.
Yeah, so my brother, this is hilarious, and this is probably the final little story before we go. My brother sent me a little screenshot of a Twitter graph showing how little musicians get from streaming service revenue. And he went, Christ! I'm so sorry, I had no idea it was this sort of bleak for you all. And I replied back saying, yeah, this is why people, it's all about putting videos on YouTube because you get the advertising royalties, but even then you've got to get 100,000 views. So now you know why there are so many cat videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because people are just trying to get by, and it's just a thing. And then he hooks me up with a friend of his who, I think it's another medic, but basically they're they are friends with someone who has an animal rescue centre, and they're trying to do little jingles for each of the animals they want adopting.
Oh, that is brilliant.
And so my brother has got me some session work doing jingles for, Alfred the donkey.
That is fantastic.
So luckily there's a bit of a fee, so I'm going to get Lee involved, and we're going to just pimp it up. So
that's so cool.
And this woman was like, look, I'm really sorry, this is probably quite beneath you. I was like, this is the best pitch I've ever received. Let's do it. Brenda, did you see the Carole King special on BBC4? No, but I've seen it.
Not this time.
Many times. I think it's the same one.
I actually may have screen grabbed it when it was playing last year.
Voltaire usually drinks rum, says Johnny C during his live shows. Seen him do shows he doesn't remember all of. It's dicey.
Yeah.
Well done for Spotify. Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
Going in the right direction. I couldn't download the Christmas videos, says Jules.
Jules, really sorry. I thought I'm really sorry. Our lovely assistant, Katya, had been instructed to send you the reduced version. I'm very, very sorry that Jules and John, that you couldn't get it.
To be with you.
But we'll send it again. Very sorry. and that will be with you forever.
Lucky you. James says, stay safe in the UK. We love you here in Midland, Canada. Thank you, darling. That's very kind and thank you.
Likewise.
Sammy had a gig with the Sarsaparillas once, and two of them were ill, and I had to do it by myself. Oh, this sounds familiar, doesn't it, March? Do you remember that? Last year, it's the only time. You still did it.
I still did the gig, but nothing. Yeah, I did the whole gig with I think it was laryngitis.
Yeah.
The voice just worked. Because I think we'd done an 8-hour rehearsal that afternoon, and we'd been doing. I know exactly what we were doing. We were doing new songs that we've never done before.
Yes.
Much louder than usual. So we did that, and then we went to do the gig, and I think I managed 2 songs, and then my voice just completely went.
But we didn't cancel.
Not a single person noticed, which was really disconcerting.
The background was a Windsor race course.
Yeah, it was.
Windsor race course.
Yeah.
It was a sort of action gig, and I think we just started out. Yeah. Tammy says she put together a bunch of vintage songs in about an hour before the gig and thought I knew them and got to the bridge and didn't know them at all. It was so embarrassing. They understood, of course, but yeah, been there. Yeah. It's just the only difference between us and people, that possibly we teach or whatever. We've just fallen flat on our bums more times.
Yeah.
Remember, and you learn how to pick yourself up and just go.
Literally.
Kevin, go on, Archie.
Kevin watched the Carole King concert for the first time. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, that was a glorious night. Actually, I have to say, so beautiful. And everybody, like her choices of who was on the concert were spot on. Richard Hawley, of course, will always hold a special place in my heart. I love his songs. Love him.
Yeah, you were a bit starstruck, weren't you?
Completely in awe. There was one song in particular. Yeah, I'm completely in love with him. In fact, I went to see Shakespeare's Sister in November 2019 at the Palladium because my friend Marco, who used to play guitar in Adam and the Ants, was playing guitar for them. So he invited me, and I went to see them. And they had Richard Hawley join them in one song, and I actually screamed like, but nobody else knew who he was. So I was on my own screaming in the theatre. An interesting experience.
I remembered you. I was that woman again.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, it's one of the Convenient Sisters.
No. Linda saw Carol in concert and she was great. Kevin, I grew up listening to her album Tapestry. It's just magnificent. Thanks to my dad, so it's good seeing her performing tracks live. She's just absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So classy, generous and warm. It was such a joy.
And so on top of it, like so in control of everything. Like the way that she got us to do the harmonies for her to a song that we'd never sung before was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
What about I was saying? Un saluto.
Un saluto dall'Italia, says Roberto Simoncini. Saluto.
Hello from Italy?
From Italy, indeed, yes.
Brenda, we're still waiting to see the Pentatonic, supposedly this year. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. Listen, it's 50-50, isn't it, at the moment? Who knows?
The last part of the year, yes, I think, probably.
Yeah, there'll be some concerts. I doubt, I think that what people were saying about the festivals coming back was a little bit premature.
Because they're also a completely different beast. That's a mass.
Yeah, and it's too risky for them. I mean, because the Evises from Glastonbury already said they can't risk it.
No. Derek, thanks, ladies. Have to get back to work. Yes, and we need to get on.
Yeah, we need to sign off.
Things. Marta, un saluto anche da me.
Ciao, Marta. Mwah!
Wait, says Brenda. Listen, it's been absolutely joyous to see your lovely face, Marchie, and to catch up with everybody. And I have missed you very much.
Me too.
Watch this space for our next. Marchie's going to be telling you when we shall meet again.
Well, we are now going monthly, so it is going to be the first Thursday of every month. We shall remind you at the time. So we'll see you on the 4th of February.
Yeah, we. I may not be here, we don't know, but something else will happen if I'm not.
Something fabulous will be here.
Maybe you can collar that Emma Smith. Maybe.
Who knows with that?
Just a guest wave and then I'll...
Yeah.
Okay, love you. See you soon.
Bye-bye, my darlings. See you soon.